Okay, that should be better, I think. It may be too loud later on, but who cares? Well, actually, I'll reduce it just a little bit. Alright. Then let's do a... What's this one like? Let's reduce the size and the opacity. Nope, that still looks bad. Let's make that blue. Like a decent blue. I'm good enough. Good enough. Looks sort of like space, but not really. Actually, let's add some bigger stars in here first. Nope, too small. Still too small. That's good size. Let's do that. Let's add another one all the way over here, and let's get a orange-ish one here. And I'll add a ring. Pop. Pop. Nope. And reduce the size a bit. And over here. Ah, that should have been orange. What am I doing? Oh, with them. Was it 5 to make it fit? I'm forgetting the buttons here. Nope. Nope, 2. Size. Now I need a gosh, there's a smudge tool. I'm not seeing it. second. I'll just turn that off. File, save. Space. Save. Yes, replace that. File. Save as APNG. Yes, replace that. Okay. Save. Yes. Then settings, stream. You're unable to change the. What? Why? Why am I not allowed to change the studio mode? Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Huh. That's sorta dumb. Can't change the stream thing or the hold on, give me a second. I'll see if I can fix this. Bam. That videos or live. And just let me mute. No thanks. I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, it was the YouTube studio. Content. Live. Details. Enemy. Upload thumbnail. Let's do bam. Program files. Then ta-da, the thumbnail has been changed. Anything else? Save. Ta-da. Oh, I should pull up YouTube first. Let's see. Huh. Guess audio is really low. Audio check. Let's see. Huh. Is it just not working? Huh. That's dumb. Okay, let's see. That better? Hello, hello. Huh. Hello. Okay, I don't understand why this is not working properly. Is it a setting I have in my own? Give me a second. Just, Devices. Headphones. I don't understand. What? That better? Okay, just devices. Headphones. They're just I keep turning gaming up. Okay, gain is on max now. I don't know what that's gonna do. Huh. They're just I keep turning gaming up. Okay, gain is on max now. I don't know what that's gonna do. Okay, I think I sound a little bit better, which is nice, I guess. Alright, there, fixed it. Everyone should hear me now. Stupid OBS. Alright. Okay, alright. That is now fixed. Alright, this is the just general compata, like I'm working on this currently. The background over here is just an HDRI I got off the website. I'm forgetting it now, but yeah. Alright, so let me show you what I am trying to do. This game I am currently working on is sort of like a mix between FTL, Genesis Alpha 1, which is a not well-known game. I think it was a French developer that made it. But you're basically on a space station, and you manage people, sort of like FTL, but it was more focused on the station building aspect of it than the alien or the other aspects. And it's also a mix of GTFO, which also decently known. So currently I'm working on the power system for the game. So right here I have this dummy right here set as a... Oh, something's going wrong. It doesn't have the power system. Give me a second. I need to fix that. This. Compile. Alright. There we go. And it has the power system right here, which I can use to put in its components. So right here is its health. Here is if it's a power source or not, which it's not because it is a moving object. But currently, if I set this to is on is a moving power dependent, uses room power, then it consumes 30 power. It should activate through here. It gets data, gets the power system I just set up, then it sends it over here to the power usage priority, which you open up, sends through here, gets the faction types, which means the whatever enemy type I'm using, it and all the other data. Room type is not factored into this because room type is under the repair priority, which is over here, which is not that useful at the current moment. But first it goes here, checks if it is a room. If it is a room, it sets the station priority because the rooms will be attached to different space stations or spaceships, whatever. So what I need to do is check room, then I need to get the faction, so then I can output the power station. I am currently setting this up right here. So it gets which station is it, then it needs to what does it need to do? Oh, then it needs to add, give me a second, then I need to get a variable, a new variable, then how many stations, then it just goes that. And let's do add unique. So what it does here is I need to set this as a array and as a integer. Then that gets, and it adds unique. This. So what ends up happening is it gets which power station it is once. Then it updates that to how many power stations there are. So if there is a player power station, which is 0, or a wild, pirates, and rebels, it adds those together, then creates a list of all possible wait a minute. That's dumb. Hold on, give me a second. I need to do a branch first. Ooh, hold on. I need to think this through. So what I'm going to need to do is bam, new, Control C, Control B, then let's do a find item. Oh, alright, and if it's Control C, Control B, Oh, dang it. I have to go work on the other one first. Give me a second. Okay, this is the randomly generated part, meaning that it's randomly made. Which, yeah. Okay, I'm back. I was just putting some food in the microwave. I got hungry there for a minute. Okay, okay, yeah. I was trying to remember what I tried to leave off last time I was playing, or not playing this, doing this. I think I was trying to get the number of stations first. So what I was trying to do is finish making my randomly generating thing. Then I was gonna do a interact with the interface node here to update the power stations. Which yeah, I guess I don't know. So let's just start working on that. No, I paused the music. Give me a second. Is my music even listenable on the there is the audio mixer the audio mixer is saying that there is music going on. So yeah, let's just get started. Let's see what I was trying to do last time. If the max number of stations are not set, meaning that they are, or if the max faction stations are equal to the ship faction link, meaning that, or is max factions? No, meaning that number of power stations is equal to the number of ship factions. It will just set all factions to true, but if it's false, you'll get the faction list. Nope, all factions is supposed to be the number of different types of enemies. Okay, now I remember. I remember now. Okay, so what I need to do is get the max factions equals that, then it will set the ship factions equal to the all factions. But if the all factions wait, where's ship factions? Is ship factions, okay. Find if it's not in true. Alright, I'll be right back. I think my microwave is beeping. Alright, I'm back with a microwavable chicken sandwich. Alright. So if find array elements factions list, give me a second. And redo subtract here. Bam. Write this link. Let's do an and. So if, for instance, they want 5 ship factions, and they only have 4 set, it should go. Actually, that should be a equal, greater. Nope, that's not the right one either. If this is equal, greater, equal, that'd be true. That'd be fine. Last the ship factions is less than. Hold on, I'm hungry. Ooh. All right. Number of ships, number of enemies. Is true, that should be fine, but if there's less enemies, of less ships, and then I guess I'll add a secondary variable called conquered. Third. And if conquered is true, compile. Then I'll just set conquered in dungeon settings. So if conquered is true, it just loops back there too. What am I doing? I could just do an or I mean a nor. XOR. I think it'd be an and or. Math. Let's go to the Booleans. Not nor NAND. XOR. I think XOR would work, because if neither of them are true, that should work. All right. I want a not Boolean. Whatever. And not Boolean there. Then let's do that. And if it's true, we do a do a add unique. Bam. Oh, I was gonna do a random integer range, so we can do a the seed thing. Hold on, give me a second. Bam. Sandwich time. Phew. Equal grades or and let's do 5. Let's just do a 50-50 or actually greater than 3. That means it's 1 1/3. Ta-da, there, and if it's false, it just doesn't do anything. The completed loops back around. So then it goes is ship factions. ship faction's length equal to I should do a naughty equal or greater than. Greater equal. Not. Alright, there we go. That should have fixed the ship types. So, alright, so what it should do is check if max number ship stations. Let's do allied. Let's change this to hold on. Visibly. Let's change this to allied instead of conquered. Meaning that for instance, if there were, because I got mixed up there for a second. This is the enemy one. So if there's an allied one, that means there would be two different spaceship types of the same clan or whatever. So you'd have a bigger one than a littler one. Okay, I should also do the ship ratio. So the ratio between the ships. So like for instance, the max number of rooms you can have in one level or whatever. Then you divide that by the number of ship factions. Then I'd probably have to also do some basing off of what type of mission it is, because the game will have different types of missions, which is yeah. What are we gonna do? Save. Which is fine, I guess I can just edit it later, because it's not that hard. I haven't got the mission set out yet. I'm basically just doing the this is generation for now. I'll work out from there. Alright. Now let's do a nope, I need to get the top ones too. C ship actions. Alright, let's just got that there. Oh, a fly. Go away. Okay. Let's just add that down there. Actually, I think this is just fine for the enemy faction number. Because if it's set, actually I'll change the value to be 15. I mean, yeah, whatever. That should be fine. Let's do the ratio first before we Another wrench. And time to do the ratio. Control C. Nope, I should do it the other way around. Give me a second, I'm trying to find it. Maximum amount. Equal spread. It's the equal spread. Two powerhouse, meaning that the two factions have the biggest ships, and the rest are equally spread. And this is going to be stomp, meaning that one faction is bigger than all the rest. Which should be fine. Probably. I don't really know though. Alright. Then let's add a bam. Let's do an or. Not. And this will just do make it a random generated spread. Then I get Control V. Divide. integers are always hold on, let me Google something. Dividing integer. Integers have decimals. Okay, that should be fine. I'll work out any kinks in later. And set that as a integer array. So this is equal spread. I do it for each. No, for loop. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's see. What should two powerhouse be? Should that be like a 2/3 for the two big ones, and the rest are equally spread out? Or should it be like a 25% for the two big ones? Then I don't really know. Let's do some math. If we have 200 rooms and we divide it by 3, the two powerhouses get 66 rooms, which is a lot. But if actually, this is just a fine-tuning thing. I probably should do that later. Let's just get the math down. Let's do that divided by 3. And we do a for loop. Yeah, I don't think a for loop needs a whatchamacallit. Boom, boom, boom. Do, 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 do. No, give me a second. That should have been right. That is... I'll be back. I need to go put my plate away. Alright. I'm back. Let's get this going. Let's remove the compiler in here first. Alright. Now this should make it so when it reaches 2, the two powerhouses are set. Now I just need to add the whatchamacallit. Oh, the minor factions. So then we just get the faction power sources. Then minus subtract 2 then we do a 4 minus 2, then actually I should just set it 2 times. I just need to get the P, then just do subtract maximum amount, then you get that by 3 number, then we multiply that by 2. 2, then that, bam, bam. No. That's equal. That's equal to. Then we do a branch, which is not a branch, and I should probably get this theme on stream. Random integer from stream and range. Max, and let's do a min of 1. Alright, 5. Actually, let's just do 1. You can have a single room, I guess. Actually, 3. Greater equal to 1, 2. Not. Nope, not. Boolean. Then stream, then let's do maximum amount. minimum of 30, a maximum of the leftover room amounts divided by subtracted by the times. Minimum value of 3 and a maximum value of 1 million. Or 1,000, I guess. I don't know. Then it divides that, bam, 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 and it automatically gives that a max of 3. But then if we do this, the minimum of 3, and the minimum of 3 is 3, 3, 3, and that should be 3. Then we just add times to that too. Ta-da! That should work probably. I don't know. I don't do math. And now last index. I think that works, hopefully. I'm gonna turn down the music a bit. For loop, do you need a last index? Ue5. Oh, and now would it make sense? Last index. There we go. And that should do it. I don't know why first index should be 1. Alright, that should work. That should work. And we just do bam, bam, and back over here. Alright. What am I doing? Never mind. Hold on. Control C, Control B. And let's see. Spread is it? No, that should be fine. That's what I'm doing. I guess I could just set fraction spread as fraction spread. collapse all of them and just connect back up to each other. Yeah, that should work. Whatever. I don't know, let's make this look a little bit nicer so I'm able to add some more space. Bow. Alright. Let's see. That should be good enough. Then we do a stomp, which means let's make it just Control C, Control B. Spam. Actually, delete. Let's just promote this to a variable and do faction math and set that forward and do that, set break this, set faction math to 2. Then faction math greater than that. There, that should work. If else, then it should be stomp. So that means it should be a stomp. Wait a minute, I'm bad at math. Shouldn't be faction math we're setting. Actually, it should, but like it's that we need to do another one. Alright, that should work. Not seeing any issues. Powerhouse 1. There we go. Alright, that should work for the equal spread, 2 powerhouses, and stomp. Alright. That works, I guess. Not too sure though. Alright, now we just need the random spread. And that should work fine, I guess. Okay, yeah, that should work. I should probably put this in a macro. But I did. Alright, then let's do the out. Which is in, out, alright, compile. How do I get back? Alright. Nope. Get that Alright. You. God dang it. Now we need this stream. All right. You. Now let's see. We don't need faction math because it's a random spread. So we do that, faction power sources. And we do times this multiply. Actually, we do need faction math. Actually, let's use power sources for this one. Dream. Bam. Times 3, then we just subtract. What happens? Yeah, probably won't crash anything. Oh, let's just coin that. Coin. 0. 3. And 1 billion. That should fix it. I am a genius. Yep. Start at 1 and at whatever this one is. Okay. Back to doing what I was doing. Was on out there for a second. Okay, that should add it correctly. And that should have bam. Bam. That should work, I think. Yeah. You'll always have an extra 3 in there, because, Okay. That works, I think. Nope, forgot to set powerhouse. Nope, break this one. Powerhouse. Ta-da! Alright. That should fix it. It looks like that will run correctly. Alright, compile. Nothing crashed. Good stuff. Save. Alright. Now let's do C. Action. Assign rooms to rooms. Actions. Alright. Alright, let's see. Room amount, number of ships, ship factions. Assign rooms to factions, yeah. The enemy faction numbers and number of enemies. Then I guess I should do enemy spread next. That makes sense, right? Right. Alright, that is fine now, I guess. Alright, so how I want to do this is the max number of enemy types. Then this will exclude wild enemies, such as aliens on their ship that people wouldn't know about, or like rats or whatever. Like, they aren't really a main threat, but like, they're still there. So main enemy types excluding wild, unless the wait a minute. Ship faction, no. Faction list. Let's remove wild real quick. Alright, there's 12 of them. Wild can't have whatever or not, I don't know. Do I have a way for people to... Yeah, they can select what they want. Exclude wild, though. I need to remember that. Bam, bam, exclude wild, bam. Then I'm going to do a branch. Branch, bam. Bam. Promote to boolean, or whatever, boolean. Wild enemies. Yeah, wild enemies is true. The I'll be right back into the bathroom. Okay, I'm back. Let's get back to it, I guess. Ooh, I feel like I code really slow. I'm not too sure why though. Like I haven't got that far, but I don't know. Okay, wild enemies. If wild enemies is true, we take the enemies. Wait a minute. Yeah, I grabbed the right one. And then we take the enemies, enter get, then we do the divide by, actually it should be a mixture of rooms and what should I call it? Max room amount. Get max room amount. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, hold on, let me pull out the calculator real quick. I'll turn the music back on also. Actually, let's change it. Let's do some. Oh, there's so much AI generated stuff on YouTube. Give me a second. Give me a second. No, I don't want any of that. Okay, let's go to Radio Garden real quick instead of YouTube. Radio Garden. Let's do. That is loud. Alright, that should be good enough for background noise. Okay, enemies divided by faction numbers, it's that. Let's do clamp. Oh. One. Should not number the enemies to 1/3 or whatever. Divide. So let's see if there are 200 enemies and let's go divide by 35 rooms. There should be 5 wild enemies, but if there is, say, 200 enemies and 300 rooms, let's reverse the rooms and the enemies number so that the bigger the spaceship, the bigger the spaceship, the whatchamacallit, it's harder the more things there is, because the more enemies there are, the less the wild enemies there would be, because the regular enemies would have killed the wild enemies. So that should be and let's do the enemy distribution. Faction spread. No, that's I'm in the wrong spot. Faction spread. Faction spread. Ship factions. Control C. Control V. All enemies. Okay, should the number of rooms or the size of the ship contribute to how many enemies it has? Let me think. I guess so. I guess so. Okay. I've made my decision. We will tie the size of the ship to the distribution of the enemies. Okay, let's get. We need a faction spread, and we're gonna need actually, nope, screw it. I reversed my decision. We're gonna have it's sort of like a boarding group type thing, which is yeah. Oh. Yeah, this is total spawnable enemies. I'm gonna change this up to 500 because I think I'm about making a set number of things that can be spawned, and so like 100 because I don't know how well this is gonna run. Because for right now, it sounds like it'll just break everything. Actually, we'll have that at setting actually for the instance edible. Dungeon settings. What am I doing? Alright, okay. Oh. And let's see. So if all enemies is true, we will take the max amount of humans and divide that by the number of enemies. Because if there is wild enemies, that would set the we'll need to make a wild enemy count too. Wild enemy count. Let's do set. Set that 0, then we'll do another branch. Let's move this closer together. Alright, that means there are wild enemies. Now we just need to do enemy distribution. Let's make another variable called logical distribution. False, then we're gonna have even branch. Then we'll call this even distribution. Actually, let me shorten this. Regardless size. That should be reverse logical, meaning that the enemy types that would spawn. Okay, logical distribution means that the bigger the spaceship or space station or whatever, the bigger the spaceship or space station, the more people it should have. That makes sense. That's logical distribution. Even distribution, regardless of size, means that regardless of size, they all have the equal number of components. Meaning, yeah. Then we have invader, which is reverse logical, meaning that the smaller the ship is, the more people will have. Which, yeah. Then the last one, which if that one's also false, would be random distribution. Which, we'll get to, I guess. Let's make another macro real quick for the enemy butter. And we'll have quadrilateral. And we'll have even spread. And we'll have invader. Then we're gonna have random. And that'll be the next. Nope, I can't spell. All right. Macros, enemy spread butter, even spreader, invader, and random. All right, there. Okay, next one. Ah, this is getting so fucking long. Then I'm gonna have to alter all of this. Programming sucks. Whatever. Alright. Nah, that's not what I want. Here we go. Then where did it go? Then I made the stream. Okay. I'm struggling. Oh, may Lord help me. Alright. I need the enemy count too. Dang it. Where'd it go? Um, I think I'm gonna call it for the coding today. I'm getting bored. So I'm just gonna save all. Let's see. Do I want to do anything else on stream? I got some Stardew Valley I can grind out, I guess. Hold on, give me a second. I'll set it up. Okay, the music is kind of loud. Let me just... Give me a second, I'm fixing it. Alright. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Let me show you what I am doing. So, I've had Stardew downloaded for a bit. Currently, I'm just trying to get the last of my achievements. So if you can direct your attention over here, I have got most achievements done already. Greenhorn, bam. You can see here, but all I need to do is get the Jojo Mart thing, which I haven't done, and this is why I'm on a new save. And I also need to beat the journey of the Prairie King, and one without dying, which I'm probably not going to do because I really hated doing it. It's not fun. Yeah, I want to play a old shoot 'em up style game, or not. I'll pick something else. So I guess I'll just do this. I am currently on the island start, meaning that that I'm surrounded by water. So currently I'm just trying to get all my skills up so it's faster for me to get money to completely JoJo weren't things. And I'm not too sure what the best way of getting money is, because when I played last time I just sort of goofed about. Yeah. Alright, what's the energy consumption on this? Okay, I'm gonna use the instead of selling these carrots, I'm just gonna use them as food so I can get rid of all the debris, so I can raise my skills or whatever. Probably should also go into town to buy a backpack, because yeah, my inventory is empty. So cut things down, get backpack, then I guess go to the mine, because for my journals I need to do that. Alright, did I get everything already? I may have cut everything down. Good for me, I guess. Alright, so apparently that was the last of it. Oh, no, still somewhere over here. Alright. There, now I just need to go to the mines. Then, well, first I'm gonna go get a backpack, then I'm gonna go to the mines. I don't know how much money that is. Alright. Okay, there. Skip. I already played this game, so sorry. And anybody who hasn't, screw you, I guess. This is a good game. Small bath mat. Where's it? Where do you get a small bath mat? I don't know where you get those, so I'm just gonna ignore it for now. There we go. Extra bag, meaning now I can actually do things. Nope, not what I'm gonna do. Okay, talk to them. Now to the mine so I can get stuff to farm for more stuff. Hey. It's funny. I don't really talk that often in like IRL, so my voice hurts now. Motherfucker, he destroyed the. No, that was a perfectly good radish or whatever. Whatever. I just need to find copper or whatever. All best for me to just go down as far as I can, because I need to upgrade my stuff to copper. And copper to copper. Good thing it's over there, I could just murder them. Oh, changes. Alright, that feels better. I just need coal. Dang. That's enough value over there. Let's go. Cool. Dang it. How many of these do I have to kill to get the thingy at the Adventurers Guild or whatever? I think it was a couple thousand. Hmm. I feel like a rusty sword should do more damage than a... Whatever. Alright. Actually, it's probably better to go back through this way. Let's see. Until that. Gunther. Blacksmith. Something grab. Plants. No, let's just go to bed. I just need one more. Alright. Let's do the pickaxe first. Alright, I guess go investigate the center or whatever. I shoot. Alright, now time to go talk to the wizard, I guess. Actually, let's go to Gunther and Clint first. How does that truck up there even get in here? I sort of don't understand. Okay, duels. I need 2,000. Jesus. Hold on. There. You better give me money. Oh, no. I'm broke. Dang it. Dang it.